and Captain Robert Gravel, Commander of the Legal and Professional Standards Division. I would also like to introduce Alderman O'Neill, Alderman Long, and Commissioner Harrington, who are here in attendance today. Thank you. I'll now invite the Honorable Mayor to the podium to say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. How are we doing?
Good.
Good. Great to see Alderman Long, Alderman O'Neill here, Commissioner Harrington as well. Thank you all so much for having me. There are days as mayor that are truly humbling. And over the weekend, I had the opportunity to read about the exploits that we're going to hear about this morning and the awards that we are handing out. And it is truly humbling to be mayor with such an incredible police department and to be surrounded by the heroes that we have today. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the families, the friends, and the loved ones that are here in this audience. Can we please give them a round of applause? Your service to them allows them to do their jobs. Nothing that they are able to accomplish would be possible without your love, your care, and your support. And so we deeply appreciate your efforts as well and your support for them. It's my privilege to be here today to help honor MPD's finest, those that we are recognizing today. Sergeant Daniel Whalen, Medal of Honor. Detective James Pittman, Officer of the Year. Officer Adam Bayland, Chief's Achievement Medal. Officer Jacqueline Gomer, Officer Albertine, Officer Brendan Morgan, MPDs who are receiving today MPD's Life-Saving Medal. Sergeant Brett Fernald, Certificate of Recognition, and Officer Harrison Elwell on your swearing in. I love these kinds of events. We could easily do these kinds of ceremonies just at the end of a shift or back at the police station with a couple of people present, but we do it out here in the public because it is only right that we recognize your bravery, your valor, and your service to the city of Manchester. The city of Manchester should know that people like you are here protecting and serving them, and it's an absolute privilege that we have this opportunity this morning. Because I want everybody in Manchester to know the level of dedication and sacrifice that we receive on a daily basis from our police department. And it's so incredibly apparent when we see numbers like the chief and the department released about a month or two ago that saw a 15% reduction in crime in the city of Manchester last year. And that is due to the efforts of the men and women of the Manchester Police Department. And I could not be more proud, honored, and privileged to be here with you all this morning. So thank you very much, and congratulations to those who are receiving recognitions this morning. And thank you to the men and women in the back of the Manchester Police Department for everything you do every day. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll now invite Chief Marr to the podium to offer a few words.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to give a quick shout out to IMPAL and letting us use their space, invade their workspace here this morning. It's deeply appreciated. I know it's not necessarily convenient, but I think it's important that we have these ceremonies here in the community that we serve at the IMPAL. So thank you all for being here today. It's not every day that we get to come together like this, to recognize extraordinary acts, to celebrate life-saving decisions, and to welcome someone new into the MPD family. Opportunities like this are rare, but when they come, they remind us why we chose this path. They cut through the noise, the distractions, the politics, the negativity, and they bring our focus back to what truly matters. And that's courage, commitment, service, and heart. Today, we have the privilege of honoring those who embody these values in the most remarkable ways. We'll begin by presenting the Medal of Valor, our department's highest honor, to someone who exemplifies courage under pressure and unwavering commitment to duty. That'll be Sergeant Dan Whalen. Next, we'll name our Officer of the Year for 2024. This is more than a recognition of performance. It's a reflection of consistency, integrity, and leadership. Detective Jim Pittman has earned this title through his tenacity and his leave no stone unturned approach to every case that he works. His work is a model of excellence. We'll also be awarding life-saving medals to 3 officers who never have to wonder if they've made a difference. because their quick thinking and decisive action literally save lives. And that would be Officer Brendan Meagan, Officer Jackie Gomer, and Officer Al Tien. People are alive today because of you. The Chief's Achievement Medal will be awarded to Officer Adam Beelan. His work in the training unit, particularly as our recruitment and selection officer, has played a vital role in achieving our highest recruitment numbers in years. He brings fresh ideas and a forward-thinking mindset that is helping shape the future of this department. You'll also hear about Sergeant Brett Furno, whose compassion and patience helped save a life. Calmly and skillfully, talking to a distressed individual off the railing of a bridge. His actions remind us of the power of empathy and connection, even in the most critical moments. And finally, we're proud to welcome a new officer to our department, Officer Harrison Elwell, a certified officer joining us from the Layton City Police Department in Utah. We're honored to welcome him and his family into ours, and I'm sure he finds comfort in knowing he's joining a department filled with officers like the ones we're celebrating today. Ceremonies like this ground us. They're a reminder of the best parts of this profession and the best parts of one another. So let's take a moment to honor that, and most importantly, to honor the incredible individuals who made today possible. Thank you.
The Medal of Valor is the highest honor the Manchester Police Department could bestow to any sworn officer. The Medal of Valor is awarded to any sworn officer who voluntarily distinguishes themselves by gallantry, bravery, and extraordinary heroism in an attempt to save or protect human life, with such an act being above and beyond the call of duty, demonstrating exceptional courage and decisiveness. Today, this great honor is being presented to Sergeant Daniel Whalen. Sergeant Daniel Whalen, please step to the front. On June 28th, 2024, at around 9:30 a.m., Sergeant Dan Whalen, while on patrol, observed a male subject exhibiting threatening behavior by simulating what was a firearm gesture towards him. Recognizing the potential for a public safety threat, Sergeant Whalen exited his patrol vehicle and approached the man, asking to speak with him. While approaching the suspect, Sergeant Whalen noticed that he continuously moved his hands towards a concealed pocket, and he asked the man if he was armed, which the suspect confirmed that he was. Despite Sergeant Whalen's commands, the man moved his hand towards his pocket, where a concealed weapon would be located. Understanding the grave danger to himself and nearby civilians, Sergeant Whalen acted without hesitation and physically engaged the suspect, wrapping his arms around the male's body in an effort to prevent him from drawing the weapon. As Sergeant Whalen attempted to maintain control of the suspect, they fell to the ground. While struggling on the ground, the suspect fired a round from his concealed firearm in the direction of Sergeant Whalen. Demonstrating exceptional composure and tactical skill, Sergeant Whalen reacted instantly by drawing a service weapon and returning fire, effectively stopping the threat while ensuring the safety of nearby bystanders. Even after the threat was neutralized, Sergeant Whalen continued to perform his duties with professionalism, communicating the situation in a calm manner, securing the scene, and assisting in the coordination of medical aid to the suspect until paramedics arrived. His actions exemplified selfless service, courage, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to public safety. Based on his actions, Sergeant Dan Whalen is hereby awarded the Medal of Valor for voluntarily distinguishing himself by gallantry, bravery, and extraordinary heroism while facing an imminent threat in an attempt to protect human life. 2024 Officer of the Year. Detective James Pittman, please step to the front. Detective James Pittman has been in the Manchester Police Department for 10 years, serving as a patrol officer before being assigned as a detective in the Investigations Division in 2021. Throughout 2024, Detective Pittman has consistently demonstrated excellence in his field and has been noted for being a dedicated criminal investigator. His high level of professionalism and strong work ethic is evident by twice being selected for Officer of the Month, in July and in November of 2024. These specific cases only serve as highlights of the large caseload that Detective Pittman carries and solves on a regular basis. In July of 2024, Detective Pittman investigated a shooting incident at Arms Park. Detective Pittman employed a multitude of investigative methods to uncover the suspects of this violent incident. As a result, Detective Pittman was able to locate the weapon, a 12-gauge shotgun that was discarded in the Merrimack River, while also charging several violent offenders. In November of 2024, Detective Pittman investigated burglary of a convenience store in which numerous state lottery tickets were stolen. Detective Pittman partnered with the New Hampshire Lottery Commission, and as a result of his work and ability to collaborate with outside agencies, was able to identify, arrest, and charge a suspect with multiple convenience store burglaries which occurred across Manchester. Detective Pittman has consistently shown a high degree of professionalism and dedication, from his in-depth follow-ups to search warrants and to effective arrests of violent offenders. Detective Pittman has proven to be a skilled, team-oriented investigator. As a result of his dedication to duty, Detective Pittman is hereby recognized as the 2024 Officer of the Year. Thank you. We would now like to recognize the fine officers who are receiving the Life-Saving Medal. Officer Brendan Megan, please come to the front. On January 2nd, 2025, several officers responded to the area Central Street for a report of a woman being shot. Officer Megan, being one of the first to arrive, observed a significant amount of blood on the front steps of an apartment building, along with the screams of pain from a woman inside. As he and another officer entered into the apartment, they observed a woman lying on the floor, bleeding profusely from a significant gunshot wound to her arm. Despite not knowing the location of the shooter, Officer Megan rushed to the injured woman and pulled her outside the kitchen and dragged her behind a wall of officers who arrived and were providing protective cover. Once at a safe location, Officer Megan began life-saving interventions and applied a tourniquet to the injured arm, controlling the bleeding and stabilizing the victim. Officer Megan then directed other officers to evacuate her by foot outside of the apartment and to a waiting ambulance, where she would be transported to an area hospital for treatments. The LA Hospital Emergency Medical Service Coordinator later confirmed that with certainty that Officer Megan's quick actions and prompt application of life-saving measures resulted in saving her life. Based on that information, Officer Brendan Megan is hereby awarded the Life-Saving Medal for an act performed in the line of duty that, through disregard of personal safety and prompt alert action, resulted in saving a life. Thank you. Officer Jacqueline Gomer and Albertine, please come to the front. On September 14th, 2024, while on patrol, Officer Albertine was waved down by a bystander about a male subject who was found on the ground, unresponsive with no breathing or pulse. Officer Teen rushed to the area, finding the male, and after checking for a pulse, started CPR. While engaged in these life-saving measures, Officer Dahmer arrived on scene to assist. Together, they performed life-saving measures, working as a team and trading out places to ensure a continuous flow of high-quality CPR, allowing the victim to be stabilized until EMS arrived and transported the subject to an area hospital. The EMS coordinator and emergency room doctors at the Elliott Hospital stated that the actions of Officer Teen and Dahmer were critical in saving the man's life, allowing him to be stabilized and transported to the hospital, where he would make a full recovery. Based on the information, Officer Jacqueline Dahmer and Albert Teen are hereby awarded the Life-Saving Medal for an act performed in the line of duty that through prompt and alert action resulted in saving a life. Thank you. We'd now like to recognize the following officer who are receiving the Chief's Achievement Medal. Officer Adam Beelan, please step to the front. Officer Adam Beelan has been with the Manchester Police Department since 2006 and has been assigned to the training unit as the recruitment and selection officer since 2022. In his current position, Adam is responsible for the recruitment and selection of all sworn officers and dispatch personnel, while also serving as a training officer for the departments. Adam's efforts throughout 2024 can only be described as exemplary. Through his efforts, Adam hired a total of 44 personnel, to include 29 officers and 15 dispatchers. The hiring of officers has been the highest since 2022, while dispatch hiring has been the highest in the last 5 years, and it resulted in a fully staffed dispatch center, the first time in several years. But Adam's efforts go beyond simple hiring. Throughout 2024, Adam devised and executed numerous hiring initiatives, to include securing $100,000 for a certified hiring initiative, which was the first of its kind at MPD. He streamlined the police testing process and even partnered with organizations such as the New Hampshire Army National Guard, developing joint training while also serving as fertile recruitment grounds for potential applicants. Additionally, through Adam's efforts, he spearheaded numerous initiatives to include working to acquire and transition the department to the new TASER 10, revamping the internship program, streamlining police testing, and providing teaching and mentorship to various college criminal justice programs across the New England area. Officer Beelan's unwavering commitment to the agency and professionalism has greatly improved all aspects of this department. He has yielded some of the highest recruitment in years, restored communications manning, and provided quality training to the nearly 240 officers of this agency. For his commitment and dedication to this department, Officer Beelan is hereby awarded the Chief's Achievement Medal for his outstanding duty performance in 2024. Thank you. We would now like to present the Certificate of Recognition to Sergeant Brett Furnold. Sergeant Brett Furnold, please step to the front. On March 11th, 2025, at around 2:30 in the morning, a despondent male called 911, threatening to jump off the Bridge Street Bridge. Sergeant Brett Furnold was first to arrive on scene and located the male standing outside the railing of the bridge, leaning over the side and threatening to jump. As the bridge and adjacent roadways were being shut down, Sergeant Brett Furnold began a dialogue with the male. For 15 minutes, Sergeant Furnold listened and communicated with him, building a rapport with the man whose emotions were fluctuating. Sergeant Furnold, through compassion, empathy, and patience, was able to convince the man to come down from the railing and seek help, ultimately allowing himself to be taken by ambulance to a local hospital for evaluation. Based on the information, Sergeant Furnold is hereby awarded a Certificate of Recognition for his intelligent performance of police duty. Thank you. We will now recognize the following individual who will be receiving their badge and being sworn in as a new officer for the City of Manchester. Officer Harrison Elwell, please step to the front. Harrison Elwell, 32 years old, was born in Germany to a military family before moving to Utah, where he resided with his wife Michaela and their 2 children, Thomas and Charlotte, before joining the Manchester Police Department. Harrison is a 2016 graduate of Weber State University, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. In 2017, Harrison was hired by the Layton City Police Department in Utah. During his time with them, Harrison served on the department's SWAT team assigned to the sniper units. He would also represent his agency as a member of the Inauguration Task Force in Washington, D.C., and also served as the department's firearms instructor. Harrison's last assignment with Layton City Police Department was in the detective units, assigned to the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Financial Crimes Task Force. Additionally, Harrison has been the recipient of the Medal of Valor from both the Layton City Police Department and from the Utah Peace Officers Association for his actions regarding an officer-involved shooting. Harrison was hired by the Manchester Police Department on April 7th of 2025. Upon completing the Manchester Police Department's recruit training program, Harrison was assigned to the Patrol Division Field Training Officer Program to complete his initial training. Chief Marr will now administer the oath of office to Officer Elwell.
Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially enforce and uphold the Constitution of the United States, the laws of the state of New Hampshire, and the code of ordinances of the city of Manchester, that you will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, or friendships to influence your citizens, that you will recognize the badge of your office as a symbol of public faith, that you will accept it as a public trust to be held as long as you are true to the ethics of police service, perform all the duties incumbent upon you as a police officer for the city of Manchester, so help you God. Yes, sir.
Officer Elwell will now be pinned badge 31 by his wife, Michaela. Congratulations, Officer Elwell. In closing, I would like to extend congratulations to our awardees, our newest officer, and their families, and to congratulate them on a job well done. Finally, thank you for all attending today's ceremony. Your support is very much appreciated and noticed. You're welcome to and encouraged to come forward and take pictures in front of the backdrop. Please stay as long as you like. This concludes the ceremony.